Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Week 5 of high school football right here at Whirlwind Stadium. Alongside Ted Snyder, Dylan Kearns here with you. Ted, this is an interesting matchup we have here. West Muskingum started the season impressive with a 1-0 record, and then, of course, the big win. But they've only scored 7 points in each of the last 3 games, all losses in there, what they've been able to bring. What do you think they have to do to get a win here tonight?
Well, back to the basics. I can't preach that enough, and I think that's what Coach Brownrigg's going to do tonight. He's probably going to run early, and he's going to run often. But you mentioned the struggles offensively in the past 3 weeks for West Muskingum, Those are by far the 3 toughest games on their schedule or behind them. Now they can look forward and try to focus on putting some wins in the column.
We caught up with Coach Brownrigg ahead of tonight's matchup against Riverview. Here's what he had to say leading into tonight.
And kind of how you have to keep kids involved and put them in positions, and it seems like they're trying to do that.
Brownrigg looking at that, you know what he could bring to the table here tonight and trying to get those guys ready. You play a team like Riverview on the other side of the ball. They haven't won a game, and they haven't gotten many first downs, rather.
Yeah, the Riverview has yet to score a point this season, so if they could mount some drives and get some consistency, that would be a big win for them in their program. But for them to realistically think they're going to come in here and win this game after West is coming off 3 consecutive losses, it's going to be an uphill battle.
Well, it should be one on both sides to come into both of this matchup here tonight. As we see, West Muskingum take the field already, and it will be Riverview. They get ready to take the field here. It's a perfect night for football. A little on the hot side, I would say.
A little warm, but nothing that's not tolerable. And, yeah, we mentioned it. Week 1, you mentioned it. They came out of the gates hot, 42-0 right here in Whirlwind Stadium. They beat Lakewood and then have dropped 3 consecutive league games. West Muskingum 1-3 overall, 0-2 in the MVL. 2 league games, 1 to New Lexington, 1 to John Glenn. They also lost right here to Fort Fry week 2. So those 3 teams are a combined 10-2.
Yeah.
So those are some really good teams that play really sound defense. So West Muskingum, like I said, the toughest part of their schedule is behind them, and with the new format in the postseason schedule with just 12 teams per region qualifying for the playoffs, West Muskingum's in a position where they might need to win out and go 7-3 to get in the top 12. They're 21st in Region 19 right now, so they got some work to do. The good news for the Tornadoes, all their games from here on out are definitely winnable.
Yeah, and looking at them right now, it really is the offense that really it's just taking a little while to get going against those great teams they played in recently the last 3 weeks. But I think that's something that has been a strength for this program for so many years now. The Jake Antons, the Rashid Ceesay, the Carter Winlands, like so many players on this offense that it seemed like if there were any questions with the team, it was on the defensive side of the ball. Yeah. But here it's like, you're coming into this matchup, obviously 3 tough opponents, but we're not able to score more than 7 points in any of those ball games.
Yeah, some really tough opponents, and they're playing a very, very young and inexperienced Riverview team tonight. So if there was ever a get-right game for the Tornadoes, it's tonight, because we watched this Riverview team a week ago, and they really struggled down in Duncan Falls against the Electrics. Very, very young, just 2 seniors on the roster. The majority of their roster is made up of freshmen and sophomores. So very young, very inexperienced. They've yet to learn how to win as a program. But they're still out here. They're still showing up each and every Friday night and playing the football games. You have to at least acknowledge that.
A lot of kids there at Riverview electing to play soccer as their sport in the fall. And how can you blame them? They're the state champion, in that defending state champion in that area of their athletic and the school athletics. But getting ready for kickoff here, Silas Kuhn, the seasoned veteran, kicking off for the Tornadoes, and it will be Jeremiah Kaku back deep to return.
Kaku's a name we said a lot last week. He was one of the lone bright spots for the Black Bears on both sides of the football.
And this one's kicked away from Kaku. It'll be Clayton Stroll with it. Stroll blown up at the 15-yard line. He was waiting for blocks to develop and didn't really get much there, so a good start for the Tornado side on that kickoff.
And not only have the Tornadoes not been able to put many points on the board the last few weeks, they've defensively given up a lot as well. So a lot of things to work on tonight if you're Coach Brownrigg.
This Riverview Black Bears squad still searching for their first points of the season. This offense primarily is run out of the I formation, and that's what they open tonight with. They will turn around and hand off to the tailback, and he's blown up in the backfield.
A week ago, Riverview, they tried to come out and establish a run. Their first 2 possessions, they went run, run, run on their first 2 possessions a week ago, and it didn't muster any first downs at all, and they put themselves behind the 8 ball early.
Carter Smith was tackling Cole Smith there. There's no gain on the play, 2nd down and 10 now.
They're going to get a safety from 15 yards out.
This time it will be handed off to the fullback, and that is McGuire Wernz.
On the carry.
Once again, stopped right at that line.
Right into the teeth of that Tornado defense. Caden Love in on the tackle, along with a couple other West Muskingum Tornadoes. Defensively, they did lose some big key players on that defense. Carter Winland and Wes Houston, notably, 2 linebackers that were next level type players.
So 3rd down and 9. Huff with time to throw, throws it over the middle, that's picked off. Running with it past the 20, inside the 10, and tackled out of bounds, as making the play there was Grady Dawings.
Just an overthrow by the Riverview Black Bears. We do have a flag on the field here, Dylan. And I think it's going to be after the interception. It's going to be an illegal block on the return. So West Muskingum will have possession of the football. We just don't know exactly where the line of scrimmage will be.
Well, we mentioned the defense for West M. A little bit of a struggle the past couple weeks, and how about that? 2 big run stops, and then you get an interception.
It's
Officially called a block in the back. That'll move them back to about the 20.
The Tornadoes set up shop inside the red zone on their first snap of the football game.
Noah Morrison, the starting quarterback. Amari Harris in the backfield. He'll turn around and give to Harris. Harris with some running room, runs up the middle, and he's got the first down and more. It will be goal to go.
And Noah Morrison, the young sophomore, made a name for himself last year as a freshman on the basketball court. He's a big contributor for them, and now just a sophomore getting a chance to take the snaps here for the football team. And he's got some big shoes to fill wearing number 14 there, my friend.
Yeah.
Very courageous picking that number the year after Jake Anton leaves.
Morrison looks to the right, wide open receiver, a juke, and leaning forward towards the end zone, and into it for the touchdown goes Tavin Bennett.
Tavin Bennett, along with Carter Smith, maybe the best tandem of receivers in the Muskingum Valley League, both about 6'3", 6'4", very athletic, can jump and high point the football, but right there, you're going to see another look at it. Bennett just catches a quick hitch and powers his way over the goal line for the first score of the game.
Silas Kuhn on for the PAT. And it is up and good. So 7-0 our score here. Just 2 minutes taken off the clock so far in this one.
It didn't take the Tornadoes long to crack the scoring column tonight. They've scored as many points tonight in this game as they have in each of the last 3 games.
Right. How about this weather in mid to late September?
Yeah.
Usually, you know, this time of year it starts to turn a little bit.
Yeah.
Break out the windbreaker, but summer-like temps tonight.
It's ideal. We'll take this the rest of the way. And then once we get into October, things change generally. They can really change at any time here in the month of September. And even though the days have still been a little warm, we have some relief at night. That's always nice. Silas Kuhn is going to kick it off again here and see what Riverview can do with their second possession of the football game.
Stroll and Kaku back deep. Kuhn likes the pooch kicks. We've seen that several times throughout his career. This one goes in the direction of Kaku. Taking him back inside the 5. And that's where he will decide to bring it out. He's hit hard. Blown up inside the 20.
Is it Logan Surdy on the special teams play? We're going to get another look at it right here. Bang! Meets the ball carrier.
Surdy, a freshman, making his name known on the special teams game.
First down from the 19-yard line.
So second possession here for Riverview. Couldn't be much worse of a start. 2 runs stuffed and an interception on their first drive. This will be a play action. And they will check down. And that's Wernz. Wernz gets a couple yards there on first down.
That's the big fullback, 220-pound fullback running a route out of the backfield. Well designed, well executed, although it only netted a couple of yards.
Don't worry, you won't need it for highlights.
Second down and 7. Only 3 seconds to snap it. And they get it off just in time. Huff is sacked.
Carter Smith, quick penetration. He was on the quarterback before he knew what was going on, and he comes up hobbling, does the Riverview quarterback Gavin Huff.
He took a shot late in the game last week against Philo and did not return in that one, but I mean, he's been taking some hits these past couple weeks.
Yes, he has, and very, very courageous.
So after the big gain on first down, the sack backs him up. It's now 3rd down and 16. Huff works his way out of the pocket, flags down, and once again Carter Smith drilling the quarterback.
Yeah, we saw every referee on the field throw a flag right there, Dylan, so chances are this is going to be holding on Riverview. Oh, it's a face mask.
So that will move the chains.
Yes, it will. That's a free 15 yards for the Black Bears. We'll see if we can get a look at it. Yep, right there. It was on Huff himself. Couldn't tell which tornado got his hand up in the face mask.
It appears it was Carson Lewis. So the junior D tackle is trying to bring down the quarterback, but instead gets a piece of the face mask, and it's a first down for the Black Bears. First one of the ball game. We'll turn around and give to Wernz. He's bottled up.
A great defensive tackling right there by the front 4 from West Muskingum, really bottling up. That's a 220-pound fullback taking a dive into the A-gap, and he might have got 1 yard if he was lucky. Just an outstanding job of tackling up front from the Tornadoes.
So second down and 9. And this will be a pitch to Smith. and he's hit hard. I mean, these tornadoes are coming in hard, and some pretty big hits so far in this ball game.
Yeah, defensively, I believe Tornadoes are going to find themselves and find their identity as this season moves along. Their last three opponents, just very, very different teams that all bring a little different wrinkle to the field. And really tough teams to defend.
Third down and 8. Huff, pressure in his face, and he's got nowhere to go.
Yeah, the pass rush is on him before before Huff has a chance to plant his foot and even look downfield. See, the pass rush is on him. He has no choice but to make the best out of a bad situation. And until they can secure their blocking up front, it's going to be tough for them to throw the ball downfield with long developing routes.
So 4th down and 9. Back deep for the Tornadoes is Grady Dawings.
Grady Dawings back for West End.
High snap, and just able to get it off.
Yeah, that ball sailed out of bounds. We're going to see where the official's going to mark this. Probably going to be somewhere around midfield.
Ball was heading right in the direction of the West Muskingum cheerleaders. Luckily, it just took a bounce off the track and jumped up high.
The Tornadoes are going to take over inside Black Bear territory again to begin their drive at the 48.
Brownrigg, he just had it.
We'd like to thank our first quarter sponsor.
Braxton Brownrigg took every snap week 1 of that 42-0 game. And since then, Coach Nate Brownrigg has apparently moved on. I think they were splitting snaps at some point in the past few weeks, but
yeah,
he's going with Morrison to start this game tonight. I think Braxton Brownrigg from a wildcat position is always very dangerous. He's very fast, very shifty.
And he's shown he can throw the ball.
Yeah.
So 4 wide here for the Tornadoes. And here is Morrison taking off himself. He drops the ball but picks it back up, and he's got room to run. Brought down about the 31.
That's going to be a horse collar tackle tacked onto this, Dylan. Going to get another look at it here. The Riverview defender drug Morrison down by the back of his jersey. You see right here, gets his hand in there and yanks him down. That's going to be 15 yards, unless they call it off, which I don't see them doing.
The officials are gathering, having a conversation about if they should pick that up or not.
It's basically a textbook horse collar when you get your hand inside the shoulder pads or jersey from behind.
Yeah. And they are calling the horse collar, so tack on another 15. For Morrison, that ball bounced right up to him. He lost it himself. It wasn't punched out or anything. He just...
What a fortuitous break, right?
Ball we marked at the 16-yard line, first down.
We've only seen 3 offensive plays so far for the Tornadoes. They've scored on one of them so far, and now they are inside the red zone. Ball on the 16. And here's Brownrigg taking the snap in the pistol formation. He'll turn around and give to Harris. Spins off a defender. Jukes another, and he's still on his feet running as he gets across the 10. Big, hard run from Amari Harris.
Pretty fleet of foot for someone of his size. Very good size for a back. Dragging tacklers an extra 2 or 3 yards there. It's going to set the Tornadoes up in a 2nd and 3 situation. 3.
So Brownrigg again.
7 different Riverview defenders made contact before he came to the ground.
That's what they say when everyone swarms to the ball. Brownrigg throwing it out right. Smith with the catch. He's got room to run, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. So 2 passing touchdowns for the Tornadoes, 1 by Brownrigg and 1 by Morrison, and the Tornadoes are up 13-0.
Spreading the wealth tonight at Whirlwind Stadium are the Tornadoes, and on the way here, you never want to assume anything, but if there was ever a get-right game for West Muskingum, They're playing it right now.
Riverview in the midst of a rebuild right now. And the kick is up and good. Or no good, sorry. Shanked it wide right, so.
Plenty of leg, just a little pull job there by Silas. One of Coach Clifford's favorite players right there.
Yeah. So 13-0 our score. We want to remind you tonight's broadcast brought to you by the Community Bank. Now's the perfect time to join the Go Local movement by banking locally with the Community Bank. And also Fink's Harley-Davidson, live to ride, ride to live. Fink's quality cars and RVs, quick as a wink, deal with Fink, and Fink's easy leasing and rental. .451 remaining here in the first quarter. 2 offensive drives, 2 touchdowns for the Tornadoes, and they've had the most points in a ball game for the first time since week 1. Only scored 7 in each of the last 3 weeks. This one kick deep, and Stroll will field it at the 5. Stroll trying, and the ball's out. Ball's out, picked up by a Tornado and running into the end zone. What a play from the Tornadoes, as that is Malachi Davis. 2 freshmen on special teams making plays so far in this one.
I mean, what a break for the Tornadoes. I mean, the football just gets punched out right there. And I believe number 10 did punch it out, but it was Malachi Davis on the recovery, scoop and score for the Tornadoes. 19-0 PAT pending from Silas Kuhn, and the Tornadoes are off to a hot start tonight.
It was Hayden Roberts punching that one out, so a pair of freshmen combining for another score there. As that kick from Silas Kuhn is up and good. So 20-0 our score.
And it just, the beat goes on for the Riverview Black Bears. It's tough. You know, they given up 199 points and scored 0 through 4 weeks coming into tonight. So now the cumulative score of their games is 219-0 at this point. Really unheard of.
Yeah.
But I mentioned last week, this West Muskingum program in the not-so-distant past was in a similar situation. They went, I think it was around 37 or 38 consecutive MVL losses. It was nearly a 4-year span where they didn't win a single league game. So, and this program has bounced back tremendously. It just took new leadership and new commitment, and that's what it's going to take from Riverview. They're under first-year coach Tyler McKee, who's a Riverview alum, so one can only hope he will stick it out and try to rebuild this program.
Yeah, I mean, you know, just getting players to buy into the message. First of all, you got to, like you said, get that voice in there, rebuild how you want to, what you want your program to look like, and then after that, you get the kids to buy into that, and good things can eventually happen, but they do take time as this kickoff goes out of bounds. So a break for the Black Bears here.
The kick goes out of bounds.
Here's a break for the Black Bears. They're going to get possession at the 35-yard line. Free kick out of bounds is 35-yard line in high school. I believe it's the 40-yard line in the NFL if you free kick out of bounds.
They change those rules so often in the NFL that, you know, I know a touchback, if you kick it through the end zone, it's at the 35. Just a new rule this year. So it's like they want you to return it, but they want you to return it safely.
Yeah.
But if you do return it, then, you know, it's better to let the ball go, because if it does, then it's just a mess.
It is. They've been trying everything and anything to avoid high-speed collisions in the special teams aspect. Just unnecessary injuries that teams really cannot afford.
I'm shocked to see the college game not try it.
Yeah.
It's a completely different kickoff, so you're looking for these special teams players at the next level. It's a completely different way of tackling and pursuit, like gunners down the field. There's just different ways of going about it at these high school and college levels that, if they get that next step to the pros, could be something different. There's a triple option pitch and blown up in the backfield. So loss of 2 on the play.
Yeah, that was blown up by Cohen McConnell. Number 8 for West Muskingum blew that play up.
Loss of 2, second down and 12.
Loss of 2 on the play.
No, there's a low. Dude, and they schedule double headers. That's fairly
So second down and 12 now. So just under 4 to play now here in the first quarter.
I'm running out of my partial battery.
And this is a quick pass out right, and it is caught, and once again, Tornadoes right there making the stop. It was Knox Wilson on the catch. No gain. Or rather, a gain of 2.
Hot swap it in like half a second if you can just stay right there.
It'll be a 3rd and 8 for Riverview.
I don't know.
This Tornado defense just pinning their ears back and going after Huff on these passing situations.
Yeah, the blitz has gotten home several times in this first quarter. Have to maybe get the ball out quick, think of a screen pass or something to get the offense moving. This will be a play action. Once again, Tornadoes bringing pressure. Pass is caught short of the first down marker. As that on the grab there is Cameron Mobley.
That's going to make this 4th down decision interesting, though. For Tyler McKee, you really have nothing to lose, and that completion sets you up in 4th and short 2, maybe 1.5 yards to the first down marker. It looks like they're going to go for this one, Dylan.
Yeah, this is closest you've been to a first down in this ball game. You got 240 pounds of McGuire Wernz. I think you try to use it. Black Bears going on 4th. And they instead will give it to the other tailback, and it is Austin Melroso.
And he did surge ahead for about a yard after contact, but unfortunately it's going to be about a yard shy of the necessary yardage for first down. So West Muskingum takes over the 3rd straight possession. They've started inside Black Bear territory. The Tornadoes have yet to start a drive on their side of the field. So defensively, they're bringing it tonight.
And the Black Bears have yet to cross midfield. It's been a 50-yard game so far to this point. So 20-0 our score here in the first quarter. Tornadoes need to go 44 yards, as this is a reverse play, as there's Carter Smith, and he almost gets tackled by his own lineman, but he stays on his feet. He's across the 30 with a block. There goes Carter Smith, making magic and finding pay dirt.
He's just, we have a flag on the field. We're going to have to wait to see what this call is, but. Oh, this is coming back, Dylan. You got a hold against the Tornadoes.
I got half of the shot.
Just an impressive display of athleticism.
We can see if we can get a look of where exactly it was at.
Let's see on the Ohio Educational Credit Union replay. I believe it was the one block that was set from the ground. He was just reaching to try to keep that play alive.
So Carter Smith put his athleticism on display right there. It's for a kid his size to move that fast. Should be illegal, my friend. He is unbelievable.
So for the first time, now they are beyond midfield. As Brownrigg all day to throw, keeping his eyes downfield. He's got running room. He sees it. He's across the 40, runs past defenders. He's across the 30, working his way down the sideline, dives for the pylon, and he is tackled at the 1.
Whew, inside the 1, my friend. We're marking this about the 6-inch line. And Braxton Brownrigg takes it upon himself. He sees no receiver he likes downfield. And Braxton Brownrigg's got some wheels of his own. Nearly outruns the entire Black Bear defense.
It's always a dangerous game when you reach for that pylon.
Yes.
Because if that ball's punched out or it's in the back of the end zone, that's a touchback.
I agree, my friend. You're better off just tucking that ball and taking care of it when you get close to that goal line.
So here's Morrison checking in. He'll turn around and hand off. And another touchdown as he crosses the goal line. This time the handoff went to Denty Tyson, and he finds the end zone.
Tornadoes using all kinds of ball carriers in this one. We've already seen Amari Harris. Now the young sophomore gets in the scoring column.
So the extra point will make it 27. We're still here in the first quarter.
I like the way Coach Brownrigg's utilizing 2 quarterbacks in this game, because they both bring a little something different to the table, and they're both effective at different things. So I like the approach. You know, you were blessed with the right arm and legs of Jake Anton for 3 years, and now you got to think creatively a little bit. Maybe it's going to take the effort of 2 guys. But I just think the ball in Brownrigg's hands is always a plus. He can do so many good things with the ball in his hands. His football IQ is off the charts. He makes great decisions, and he's obviously athletic enough to make plays, as we just saw. But I think what they were missing in those last 3 weeks was downfield passing.
Yeah.
And that's what Noah Morrison may be able to bring to the table.
The only problem with that is when you have 2 quarterbacks, you can't be predictable. You can't run Brownrigg every time he's out there. He's got to throw balls too. So it's finding that rhythm and, of course, chemistry with receivers. The ball comes out a little bit differently in each hand. But it's a good, I wouldn't say problem, it's a good luxury to have,
Absolutely.
really.
Absolutely.
Especially when you see the legs that Brownrigg has. So 27-0. About a minute away, the end of the first quarter. We're approaching a running clock in this one. As a new return man's back deep. Not too fond of the fumble. As they're trying to find some running room. Goes Jay Fox. So he'll get it to about the 25-24 market. Pretty big return. So Coach McKee sees Clayton Stroll put one on the ground, and he's got a new person back there. High formation for the Black Bears. And hit in the backfield is Melrose. Seems like the Tornadoes are getting pressure both in the pass rush and they're getting home on these run plays. They're just dominating the line of scrimmage right now.
They certainly are. They're winning that battle down in the trenches on both sides of the football. They're not allowing much yardage at all in this game so far.
Second down and 10. Pass play for the Black Bears. This one's thrown out and caught and tackled at the 30, but making the grab is Stroll.
Still a positive play right there for Riverview, able to get that pass off under pressure and gains about 5 or 6 yards. It's going to set him up in a 3rd and medium. 4.5 yards to the first down marker.
Might be content here to take that to the quarter break, and that's exactly what they'll do. So that will do it for quarter number 1. The Tornadoes with a special teams touchdown, 2 passing touchdowns, and a rushing score in this one. 27-0 your score after 1. We'll step aside and bring you quarter number 2 action. You're watching high school football right here on South 60 Films.
Black Bears 0.
Quarter number 2, a big third down here for the Black Bears. Third down and 4. So the officials calling a timeout here as they're, one of them heading over towards the area of the Riverview band. Not sure what exactly is going on over there. I've never seen a band warning.
That's one thing I've yet to see is an official warning to the band.
They're gearing up for the halftime show. So third down and 4 as we begin quarter number 2. Huff. Oh, gets hit hard. In there on the sack is Tavin Bennett.
You get another look right there, and Huff just did not see or feel that pressure coming from behind, and when he realized that it was too late.
It's actually Logan Surdy there. 19 looked like a 13 to me.
He's made a couple of outstanding defensive plays tonight.
So Riverview getting ready to punt this one away. It's worth noting the last time that we saw Cameron Mobley attempt to punt, he was forced out of his spot to boot it away as it was almost blocked. And this time it thought it was, as it will be fielded right at the midfield stripe. There's a little bit of running room here, taking it past the 25 inside almost towards the 20. As there goes Grady Dawings.
26-yard return.
26 yards on the return, and get another look. Just weaves his way through the Riverview special teams unit. And these Black Bears forced to play not just offensive defense, but special teams as well. They're, West Muskingum in week 1 played a Lakewood team that had just 27 on the roster. I believe Riverview even has less.
Yeah.
I believe it's 24 or 25 on their roster. So just not a lot to work with as a coaching staff. You're asking a lot of players to never come off the field.
So we see Morrison, the quarterback, as the Tornadoes get their first drive of the second quarter underway. Morrison outright. Pass caught by Bennett. Bennett inside the 10. That's where he'll be tackled.
Right at the first down marker. See if they're going to go ahead and give him the first down. Get a look at Noah Morrison to Tavin Bennett.
Morrison. Quick screen pass out left. And that is caught by Dawings and into the end zone. So Morrison's second passing touchdown of the ball game as this one goes to Dawings. And my friend, we have a running clock.
Yeah. Very well executed play right there between Morrison and Dawings, and great blocking out in space by the other receivers to allow Dawings to get in the end zone.
So Kuhn will head on out to try to make it 34. And the kick is up and good.
Yeah, already. Just a couple minutes into the second quarter, and we're going to be into running clock territory here, my friend. The clock will only stop for injuries, timeouts, and referee stoppages.
Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Foxfire Schools, free public alternative education, serving students grades K through 12. And also Kokonis Furniture and Mattress First, always making it easier for you to furnish your home. I'm excited to see the bands at halftime.
Yeah.
How about that? We saw the Riverview band last week. They're a pretty solid group of individuals out there. Put a couple good things going on.
Yeah, we've seen some good ones this year. Yeah, yeah, they
nice
are.
hat on. I don't know what that hat's
Fancy
called.
uniforms, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that band from Fairfield Union we saw week one is still the best we've seen so far. They were dynamite.
Very impressive. Silas Kuhn kicks this one away, and that will be Jeremiah Kaku. Kaku tackled at the 23. So here come the Black Bears offense as the quarterback's limping late to get out on the field, as that's Huff. They only got 10 seconds to snap it. And they're able to get it off. He will turn and hand off to Knox Wilson.
He's still fighting for yardage. Gained 5, maybe 6 on the run. The best first down play of the night for Riverview.
Yeah.
And being a 2nd and 5.
Black Bears have yet to cross midfield.
The road gets no easier for the Black Bears from here. The next 3 weeks they play John Glenn, Sheridan, and Tri-Valley in successive weeks. So it gets no easier for the Black Bears going forward.
And this will be Cox again. Cox, he's running hard. Yeah, that's a gauntlet of a schedule.
Yeah, I mean, it's still puzzling to me why Riverview is even in the big school division. Not only does their enrollment not meet the criteria, I mean, you have to evaluate things from a competitive balance standpoint at some point.
We've seen teams go up and back down.
Yeah, Maysville and Morgan swap places. That was the most recent change. Maysville into the small, Morgan into the big.
And here is Huff. Huff throws incomplete. He was looking in to the direction of Wertz.
Pass intended for Wertz, falls incomplete. Carry the load with the pressure. Brings up 4th down and 4 for the Bears. Mobley punt formation. Dawings off the receiver.
We'll see Mobley punt this one away. Dawings with a big return the last time. He scored the touchdown on the last drive for the Tornadoes as well. This one's a line drive right at him. And they're going to call him down.
He fielded the football with his knee down, and in high school football, no contact is necessary. Once a knee touches, you are officially down. So great catch there by the official. Yeah, this is actually a crossover game, and I mentioned the toughest games for the Tornadoes are behind them. They've already got John Glenn, one of their other crossover games, behind them. So going forward, I believe Morgan is their only other big school they have to play. The rest are going to be small school division games, which is why I think they're all winnable, considering they've already played New Lexington.
Yeah.
I mean, you still have to go out and play the games, but, looking ahead, I looked ahead prior to coming here, and I don't see a game on the schedule that I say they can't win. A lot of football still has to be played, but Tornadoes not out of the playoff picture at all.
Brownrigg, the quarterback. And this is a pretty big run there to start things off, as that is Dente Tyson with a flag down. Well, there's a hold on the offense. It'll move things back. Coach Brownrigg disagrees with it.
Pretty clean game so far, though.
Right.
Not a whole lot of penalties. A couple personal fouls in the first quarter. I believe that's only the second hold that I can remember in the game. That was one thing we talked about last week. As much as Riverview has struggled each and every game, they don't really commit many penalties. They're pretty sound in that department.
So first down and 16. It's a quick screen pass to Carter Smith. Smith able to break off of it and still stays on his feet past the 40. Yeah. He's hard to bring down.
He's very tough to tackle. He has a never quit attitude. Never gives up on a single play. The kind of player you want on your football team and in your foxhole is number one. You'll never regret having him on your team, I assure you that.
He had a big role last year. That team that...
He's been a varsity contributor in multiple sports since he was a freshman.
Right.
He's just that kind of player.
Tyson with a burst and some speed. He is tackled just about the 10-yard line. There's just so much speed on this Tornado offense.
One thing they do not lack is speed. Yeah, that's for sure.
Ball's marked at the 11-yard line. First down, West Muskingum.
They're just slowly rotating out the good players as they make good plays. You want a video of the mascot? He's dancing down there.
5 minutes to go before halftime here. Tornadoes want more. This is Amari Harris, tripped up.
Amari Harris on the carry. Brought down by Smith. Gain of 2. Second down and 8.
He was.
New Lexington with a 14-7 lead on Tri-Valley in quarter number 2.
Wow.
As there's Amari Harris running forward, tackled just short of the touchdown.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, them Panthers are for real.
Brought down by Mobley.
Morgan, as you see on the ticker, 7-0 over Crooksville. And John Glenn trailing Sheridan 17-7.
And New Lexington is ranked first in their region in terms of computer points, but in the AP rankings, they're 19th in the state in Division 5. How does that compute, or Division 4 rather? I don't understand how they come to these conclusions, but
Amari Harris finding the end zone here. Tornadoes make it 40. Six different touchdown scores for the Tornadoes in this one. As Silas Kuhn's kick is up and good. And the crowd is going crazy as we see Spencer Drabick on the hold there. Drabick, a freshman, standing right at 5 foot. Getting some varsity reps here with the hold.
You gotta love it. High school athletics at their best right there.
So 3:20 to play here in the first half. Kuhn kicking this one away. And coming up forward is Cox. And lowers the shoulder. His helmet falls off. Tackle just shy of the 30.
He sure did lost the headgear there on that collision.
Tell you what, he wants contact. Every time he's touched the ball, he's running right into it.
I was thinking the same thing. He's the one player on their team that's really aggressive and looking for a hole and hitting it as hard as he can.
Riverview takes over 1st and 10 on their own 28-yard line.
So here come the Black Bear offense. And there's a false start. Right when you talked about how disciplined this team is. Get cooked with a false start penalty.
And it's going to back them up 5 yards, and it's going to add to their struggles offensively. Now they're going to have to gain 15 yards to get this first down. Just a little over 2 minutes remaining prior to halftime. I think if Riverview could just use the rest of this clock, it'd probably be considered a win for them.
They'll turn and hit hard. Not much running room there for Smith. So second down and 15. We've seen several West Muskingum players contribute so far in this one in the first half. Freshmen getting some work.
And we just got to wonder how Coach Brownrigg will handle the playing time in the second half. We may not see some of the regulars in the second half at all. which we didn't a week ago. You know,
Yeah.
Coach Linscomb opted to sit the majority of his starters in the second half.
Huff fires. This one's caught. And once again, not much running room there. Just a great to Mobley.
Great open field tackle by Carter Smith. There was some room there, you're going to see. But Carter Smith just closes the distance right here and brings him to the ground. Just outstanding open field play.
This will be the last play of the half for the Black Bears. And timeout called by Riverview. So they'll try to draw something up here as the final play before halftime.
You know, I'm waiting for him to do a hard play action and try to hit something over the top, because West Muskingum's just committing so many defensive players up near the line of scrimmage. But in order to do that, you have to have it blocked up front. You know, and that's the problem for Riverview. They're unable to sustain those blocks long enough for those routes to develop downfield. It's when you see when they do pass the ball, it's mostly very quick passes, getting it out of the quarterback's hand as quick as possible.
So 3rd down and 12. There's the Black Bears. And this is a little bit of a flea flicker as a shot downfield is incomplete. So Coach McKee drawing something up there as he uses the timeout, and we saw that a week ago from this Black Bear offense as they tried to just get big plays with something like that, but great discipline from this West End defense, and they're not budging.
Yeah, we saw them run a series of reverses in the second half a week ago, but the Philo defense was up to the challenge, and West Muskingum had 2 defenders in the area of that receiver, so they weren't fooled by the pitch at all, as they were expecting something to go downfield.
So that will do it for the first half, 41-0, West Muskingum over Riverview. We will step aside. There is a halftime show right here. Both bands will show what they got, and we will have it for you right here on South 60 Films. So we'll step aside and be back with half number 2. You're watching high school football right here on South 60 Films.
The band is under the direction of Mr. Keith Watson and Mr. Mark Wagner. Color guard advisor is Mrs. Lisa McCoy.
Riverview should be on the band list. A list of band teams. Until they score a point.
Tonight, the band will perform their contest show, We're Not Gonna Take It.
We're not gonna take it.
He said he's going to try to get Marcus to send his Tri-Valley highlights to run during the postgame.
What did he say?
He's going to try to have Marcus send his Tri-Valley highlights to run during the postgame.
He looks snake.
What do you mean? I set it up. You look at it. Oh. Part of the problem is keeping it alive, Jeremy. Keeping it alive. I know you're probably just sticking to one camera, but I'm practicing shots.
fourth quarter cheering station with us. The Blackbird Band sends best wishes to Coach McKee and the RV football team as they compete this season.
Tomorrow for their annual high school band day. They will join the world famous Marching 110 and 15 other high school marching bands from around the state of Ohio. We'd like to share with you now the song we will play at halftime. Here's Lady Gaga's Born This Way. finishes out tonight with the classic from Motown, recorded in 1967 by the Four Tops. Enjoy, reach out.
Okay, well.
Welcome back to Whirlwind Stadium, Ted. You know, we saw a first half that was loaded with offense on the West Muskingum side and not much from the Riverview side. I mean, it all got started right here. Let's just talk about the defense here for a second. Just two run stops and this interception right here.
Yeah, this was a pick six early in the game that set the tone, and West Muskingum never looked back.
And then they were able to punch in. It was a quick throw and catch. It was Morrison connecting with Tavin Bennett, and they got on the board. Then they didn't stop. This time it was another quarterback, Braxton Brownrigg. He found Carter Smith running into the end zone for the touchdown. And then this one right here, a defensive play right after that touchdown. Two freshmen getting involved in it. That was Logan Surdy with Malachi Davis getting rewarded. And the Tornadoes kept it going. That was a touchdown run that we saw by Denty Tyson. Morrison again connects. This one to Dawings. I mean, it's 6 different players scored here in the first half.
Tornadoes really spreading the wealth here tonight. A lot of the younger players getting into the scoring column here tonight.
So we're gearing up for the second half. We got a running clock here as West End gets the ball. So there you see the half breakdown so far. 27 points in the first quarter, 14 in the second.
Yeah, for a team that struggled to put points on the board 3 consecutive weeks, this has to feel good. That halftime chat in the locker room had to feel good.
So Mobley getting ready to put toe to rubber as we get this second half started. Sun gone down. It's a perfect night now. Starting to get a little chilly out here at Whirlwind Stadium.
Perfect night for football. And another thing we haven't had to deal with is severe weather. I'm very thankful for that, because
it just jinxed us.
Usually early in the year when the humidity's still in the air is when you get the lingering thunderstorms or chance thereof.
This kick will go out of bounds. So great field positioning right now for the Tornadoes as they take over. Curious to see how Coach Brownrigg attacks the second half.
I am as well. We're going to get a look at see who he is going to bring out in the first offensive series of the second half. And it looks like the starters are in that huddle. See Carter Smith along with Noah Morrison. He's going to come out. Nope, Carter Smith's on the sidelines. Tavin Bennett will take the field, though.
Dawings still out there, as well as the lead back, Amari Harris. So that clock winding now. As there is Harris. Harris with some big speed, showcasing it as he gets close to the midfield stripe.
Give him 15 on the first down carry. That's going to move the chains and move the football to midfield. You know, look here, you said it, Harris. Pretty fleet of foot for his size. Gets downhill in a hurry.
Big first down play for the Tornadoes. Riverview still had 2 people just got off the field. This one pass complete to Brownrigg. So he has a passing touchdown and a reception in this one. True Swiss Army knife for this Tornado offense.
He sure is. He's worn a lot of different hats for this team over the past 3 years. Big contributor to this program over his 4-year career here.
They will put it in the belly of Harris. Harris running forward, tries a stiff arm. And he's inside the 20. 2 big runs for Harris on this drive.
Yeah, you can see how well he cuts. You see another cut right there. You know, puts his left foot in the ground and is very decisive.
Get your red 50-50 ticket out.
High snap, and this one goes right to Harris. He'll fall down. I think it was going towards the direction of Harris, but it was supposed to go to the quarterback Morrison. He just reached for it. We'll take another look here in the Ohio Educational Credit Union replay.
620-0569.
Not sure if we have that queued up, but nevertheless, it's second down after a loss there. Second down and 12 to go. Morrison gives. This is Tyson. Denty Tyson running forward. And he's got a first down. So sets up goal to go.
Just getting yards in chunks here to begin this third quarter are the Tornadoes. Pretty much doing whatever they want to do offensively.
This is a end-around play to Braxton Brownrigg, and he'll go in untouched. So Brownrigg, 1 passing and 1 rushing touchdown in this one. As he takes that handoff in for the score, Tornadoes go up 47-0. Silas Kuhn on for the PAT. Missed one earlier in the ball game. That one is good.
The hold by Green and the kick by Kuhn is good. Exalted Nutrition is our touchdown sponsor tonight.
So we want to remind you, tonight's broadcast brought to you by the Community Bank. Now's the perfect time to join the Go Local movement by banking locally with the Community Bank. And you've seen the replays all night long, sponsored by the Ohio Educational Credit Union. Those first half highlights also brought to you by them.
Plenty of highlights from the Tornadoes in the first half. Put up a scoring display, and it took them less than 4 minutes to get back in the end zone in the second half.
So Kuhn kicks this one away. It goes in the direction of Cox. He'll field, and it's actually dropped. Picked up at the 5. Cox trying to find some sort of wiggle room, not much.
No, he's not even. He's going to make it back to about the 15-yard line, if that. The Riverview's going to begin this drive deep in their own territory.
And Davis on the tackle.
You know, we keep seeing the clock stop, which it should be running, but they continue to stop it on change of possession.
After every kickoff it's been stopped as well. Should be continuing to roll, otherwise you can really see a lopsided score.
Yeah, that's the way I understand the rules. It's injuries, coach timeout, or referee stoppage are the 3 and quarter breaks. Are the only 3 ways to stop the clock.
And the toss. Cox hit hard. Gets a yard there.
Second down and 9.
So the clock now is moving in 4-second intervals. Is now they got it back on track. A lot of fans still here at the ball game. Pretty good turnout. I'm sure they like their result so far. Second down and 9. And that's a false start.
Yep, everyone moved and the center did not snap the ball. If there's one guy that should know the snap count, it's the center.
Yeah, he's arguably the most important thing he needs to know. If he don't know, no one knows. Or if he don't know, everybody goes.
Mm-hmm.
We've reached that point in the broadcast, partner. Six minutes to go. Huff. Feeling the pressure. He's still on his feet, and he's brought down. Tyson in on the sack.
Yeah, he's brought down inside the 5. Looks like to be around the 2-yard line. So dangerous snap coming up for Riverview as they're backed up to the shadow of their own goal line. And it's going to be 3rd and forever. Appears to be about 22 yards to gain for a first down.
Tyson only a sophomore. He's had a couple big runs, a touchdown in this one, and he's made plays on defense. I mean, that's one thing you can look with this Tornadoes team. They got a bunch of youth, young players that contribute.
Yes.
Year after year. It's not like it's just
year.
one year. Like we saw Carter Smith making plays last year. There's always some sort of push to get better at a younger age and continue to develop these players. That's one thing I've been most impressed with is the weight room, getting these freshmen and sophomores to buy in, and then by the time they're, later in their sophomore year or juniors, they're ready to contribute.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. Coach Brownrigg, he's second to none at developing young players. The proof is in the results. He continues to set new marks year after year the past 3 seasons. Win totals, playoff wins. He just kept stacking accolades on top of one another, and that gets the younger kids in your school system interested in football real quick.
Yeah. Best punt of the day so far has fielded for the fair catch at the 35. As the clock stops yet again. So we'll see this Tornado offense. At what point do you think the starters come out of the ball game? I thought it'd be at halftime.
Yeah, we will. That remains to be seen. I can still see a number of the starters in the huddle, so they're coming back out. Actually, they're going to bring Bennett off. So looks like a cast of new receivers out here, Dylan.
Brownrigg, Morrison, and the running back Harris are the only ones, as Harris will check out.
It looks like the decision has been made you were just talking about. Coach Brownrigg has seen enough. I think we're going to have a delay of game here.
Yeah, that play clock was at 0 for a very long time. A little bit of confusion on trying to get those new pieces in.
Yeah, I'm sure the starters lobbying for one more series. They don't want to come off the field. I understand that, but it would certainly be a tragedy if you left one of your key players out there and they suffered an injury in a 48-0 leaded game.
Morrison turns and hands off. And look at the speed there, possessed by Brownrigg.
Lined him up in the backfield and just handed him the football there. Like you said, he wears a lot of different hats, and he has for the past several years. He lines up all over the field. He'll play slot. He'll play split end right there. took a handoff from the tailback position, and he can obviously play quarterback. So you're right. Swiss Army knife is a good way to describe Braxton Brownrigg.
I think his LinkedIn profile would just say football player.
Yeah.
4 wide as this is a quarterback draw for Morrison. Look at the speed from the other quarterback. We've seen Brownrigg's legs, and Morrison moves that one inside for a first down. Or he is brought down out of bounds. I mentioned earlier when you're using 2 quarterbacks, you can't deceive one from the other. Like if Morrison can run like that, then you can really use the dual threat and 2 quarterback system to your advantage there.
Absolutely. I think each and every game as we move along this season, he'll probably figure it out a little better, just how to utilize these 2.
Morrison feeling the pressure, rolls out right. And Wernz wanted a hold. We'll see again right here on the Ohio Educational Credit Union replay. There was a little bit of grabbing there.
Still a good gain on first down. 7 yards on first down. Puts the Tornadoes 2nd and 3 down at the Riverview 10.
A lot of time ticked off on this drive. Morrison, quarterback power again. Runs forward, jukes a defender, and he is
just short, I believe.
Yeah, just short. I didn't think he got in from the initial look.
They're going to get another look. He looked like he tried to go airborne at the last minute to get there, right? And his elbow hit right inside the 1. So Tornadoes will have 2 cracks to get it in from inside the 1. Never mind, that was first down yardage.
Yeah.
So I thought they were on 3rd.
It's always confusing there when just that 1 yard is the first down mark. You got 10 seconds to get a snap off.
Bringing Bennett and Carter Smith back in for the snap, so watch the pass play. They're just going to run it straight ahead.
And that's going to be a fullback dive. And getting into the end zone there is Cooper McKenzie. First time we've called his number tonight.
They brought in Tavin Bennett and Carter Smith and lined them up on the boundary together on the short side of the field, probably just to draw some attention away from what they really wanted to do, is run the ball straight forward.
So Kuhn on for the PAT. His left leg's a little sore, I could assume. As it is up, and it's good. 55-0 our score. That does it for quarter number 3 here at Whirlwind Stadium. Tornadoes pouring it on the Black Bears. We'll step aside and be back with 4th quarter action. You're watching high school football right here on South 60 Films. Fourth quarter action here at Whirlwind Stadium. We see a new West End quarterback getting loose on the sidelines. As the ball is kicked away and sending Cox back inside the 5. Cox Still fighting, man. That kid runs hard.
He could have let that ball roll into the end zone and taken a touchback. He fielded that ball inside the 5 and ran as hard as he could right into the West Muskingum scrum.
Looks like the new quarterback for the Tornadoes, when they inevitably get the ball back, will be Jake Welch. Freshman. Don't have his height and weight, but stands pretty tall.
And looking up and down the roster as a whole, it's just, you're gonna lose Tavin Bennett and Braxton Brownrigg. Those are two big names you're gonna lose. But I'll tell you what, you got a lot returning the next year or two if you're a West Muskingum fan. Like you said, they really integrate these young players as well as any school in the league.
As two Black Bears run into each other, and they get brought down in the backfield. I'm curious to see how many negative plays the Tornado defense has been able to force here in this one. I mean, they've just been in the backfield consistently. So play action, Huff puts it on the numbers.
That's the big
Great throw
fullback.
and catch to Worms.
Out of the backfield, again the big fullback running a route. Gavin Huff hits him in stride. Good hands for a big fullback. Mentioned West Muskingum next week. They go on the road to Morgan. That's their last crossover game. Then their final 4 games are all small school division games. Meadowbrook, Crooksville, Coshocton, and Maysville. All 4 games that, like I said, they're going to feel like they can win those games.
I'm sure it's great to see the success here tonight. Help you build on it. As that throw is intercepted, picked off, and brought down about the 20-yard line. As getting in and making the pick was Hayden Roberts.
Another freshman.
He made a play earlier in the ball game on special teams, a big hit that we saw.
It's not just underclassmen per se. So many freshmen making an impact for West Muskingum in this game. Not only are they freshmen, they're confident out there. Look like they belong.
So here is the new quarterback. Throw out towards the 10 as ball is brought in by Miles Wakefield as Jake Welch is the new quarterback.
Yeah, great open field tackle here. Clayton Stroll for Riverview. As you can see, if he wasn't able to make that play, that would have been another 6 for West Muskingum.
Welch with Malachi Davis behind him in the pistol formation. Davis gets it, and he is hit hard. One of the greatest plays we've seen from this Riverview defense.
Sure was. That was 33, Dylan Wright. 190-pound sophomore getting some penetration. And that might be the first negative play offensively for the Tornadoes tonight.
So 3rd down and 4. Freshman signal caller, Welch. Screen pass out right. It's caught. And working his way, I believe, for the first down. That goes Hayden Wakefield. So we've seen both Wakefields.
He caught a little screen there, is able to shake the initial tackler and gain first down yardage. So it's going to be a 1st and goal situation for West Muskingum. A little surprised on that last play. They snapped it with 22 seconds remaining on the play clock. A little more surprised they're not bleeding this play clock each and every snap. But these are backups. You want to get them some reps in there.
As there's Davis. Davis running left. And he is into the end zone. Malachi Davis.
Flag on the field, however, Dylan. You have to wait and see what this is, but it looks like holding. And that's indeed going to be the call. That's going to cost West Muskingum points and some yardage as well.
Davis is able to find the end zone again. He's already scored once on that punt that was, or rather the kickoff that was fumbled, and he was Johnny on the spot there, picking it up and running it into the end zone. That time his other touchdown called back.
It'll be a 1st and goal from the 15-yard line now.
Welch takes the snap, looks left, it's Wakefield, and once again, Stroll in there making a good tackle. One-on-one.
I tell you what, this kid for a freshman, he's got good size and a strong arm.
Right.
Making some good, accurate throws. I mean, Noah Morrison's just a sophomore, so, I mean, they really have some talent to look forward to in the coming years. I mean, the kid doesn't look like a freshman out there, just in terms of his size.
Yeah. Malachi Davis. It's about 5 on that tote. 3rd and goal. And you mentioned snapping the ball quickly. That could also be the quarterback. Freshman just reps. He wants to snap it.
Yeah.
This is his first action he's seen, of the ball game, and just trying to get more reps. He wants the ball. Wants to make a play. The ball's on the 6, 3rd and goal. We'll go back to Davis. Davis forward. Davis into the end zone.
So they get into the end zone regardless. Just took 3 extra plays after committing the holding penalty.
Malachi Davis, 6-yard touchdown. The kick formation, number 99, Brooks McHugh.
So over 60 points scored in this one. And the kicker, new kicker in the ball game. Putting it through the uprights. That's Brooks McCoon. He's a junior kicker. When you got someone like Silas Kuhn in your way, I mean, you just got to sit for years. Able to see one go through the uprights. 62-0 our score. Scores around the league. New Lex over Tri-Valley, 14-7. Morgan over Crooksville, 21-0. John Glenn trailing Sheridan, 31-14. And Philo taking care of Meadowbrook, 26-6. Most of these games in the 3rd quarter. You can see it on the ticker as it moves along. Bottom of your screen.
That New Lex team, they're for real. A lot of questions coming into this year, but they picked up right where they left off a year ago, and maybe even a little better off, if you could believe it. They are as sound as a football team as I've seen this year in terms of all 3 phases, offense, defense, special teams. There's really not a crack in the armor of the Panthers right now.
Yeah, it's really impressive. I mean, we were there week 1 against Fairfield Union. That was a great performance, and they've really just continued that rolling on as they've gone week to week.
A game we had in Duncan Falls where they dismantled the Electrics on their field 37-20 in week 2. And we know Philo's a good football team because of what they've been doing to teams, and we've covered them. And, you look back at that game and it really makes you think.
And this time he will let it go. This is a good point there, Ted. You mentioned, Coach McKee probably got in his ear. Said, you don't have to take it out at the 5 if you don't want to.
used to be the general rule of thumb was plant your heels on the 10, and if it goes over your head, let it go. But players now are fielding it at the 5-yard line and trying to make something happen. It's a dangerous game.
4:38 to go. This, in all likelihood, will be the last possession of the ball game. Fans are making their way to the exits, trying to get a head start on the traffic. I think they can leave pretty happy here. A 62-0 score.
Yeah, they haven't had much to cheer about over the past few weeks, but tonight they do. They have a chop block here against Riverview. Don't see that called very often at the high school level.
You do not.
Can be very dangerous. For those of you who don't know, a chop block's when two players are engaged in a block and a third player comes in low.
I don't think the referees have plans tonight. And they will move them back. This one is to Smith. Smith gets a few yards there. We saw the mass subs on offense. Now here come the mass subs on defense for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, you can see the secondary, the back end of that defense got instantly smaller in size as we see some new players out there that stand at a much smaller stature than some of the regular starters do.
Tell you what, if I'm Riverview, I'm taking a chance here with some flea flicker, something. Creativity, making these subs work.
See another Brown rig out there, the next one in line, freshman Hudson Brown rig, playing cornerback, number 24.
And Smith hit hard again. So for Riverview, they're still searching for their first points of the season.
Just makes you think, as a coaching staff and a head coach, I mean, what do you say to your players to keep them motivated to keep coming to practice? It's got to be a battle, a mental battle for these coaches to fight.
Yeah, it's definitely not an easy conversation when you're in the midst of a rebuild like this. How about Huff getting out of that one? Spins through. He stays on his feet and able to get a few yards there. Very impressive play from the junior quarterback.
He gained about 4 or 5 yards on that carry. It's going to bring up fourth down still. About 2 yards to gain a first. 2.5 minutes remain until this one's all said and done. Now it looks like they're going to be in punt formation regardless.
Miles Wakefield back for Weston.
So Riverview's been outscored 261-0 through 5 weeks. And just trying to find something. There's a fake punt. I don't know if it was meant to be that way, but a big hit as now a flag comes in. That might be targeting.
Yeah, it was close. It was close. I think that's going to be the call, but I have to wait for the official indication. He said a horse collar. I didn't see a horse collar there. I saw targeting, if anything. It looked like the defender's helmet came awful close to the. It looked like a hit up high, if anything.
In the third quarter,
yeah. Yeah, I'm with you there, partner. I didn't see any sort of horse collar.
Still 15 yards regardless. Personal foul is a personal foul, I suppose.
26, Meadowbrook 6.
So now Coach Brownrigg heads out there.
He's probably trying to get a little clarification there. He's probably asking where the horse collar was at.
Yeah.
29-yard line, first down, Riverview.
It's going to give Riverview another set of downs.
Their second first down of the ball game, both coming via the penalty.
Still a discussion going on between the Zebras out there at the 30-yard line. I don't know what they could possibly be discussing at this point.
All right, so he just called the same penalty again.
Yes, he did.
In case we didn't see him the first time,
yeah.
We got it now. As there we will see checking into the ball game again as the crowd goes wild here as we see Spencer Drabick in on defense. You'll see him over at the 40-yard line, top right of your screen, just off of it, as this is a give and some running room with a flag down.
Fox on the carry.
It's going to be a hold against the Black Bears, so this one's coming back.
I believe they are taking a look at it. So Drabick was in on that play.
Yeah, he's still out there.
He is.
He's a crowd favorite for sure.
You see him right about the 30-yard line, 34.
He's been the holder on each of the last 4 or 5 extra point tries for the Tornadoes, and the crowd just went wild when he checked into the football game. But now he's out there, you said, getting some defensive snaps. I mean, he's out there playing defense at cornerback.
He's playing corner,
yes,
man to man.
Go get him, the young fella.
As there goes Cox running forward.
Fox on the carry.
And that might be the last play of the ball game. They don't have to run another penalty. As the West End bench going crazy for Drabick.
No, it's still on.
And that will do it here from Whirlwind Stadium. The West Muskingum Tornadoes with a big 62-0 win over the Riverview Black Bears. We will step aside and be back with a post-game show to wrap things up here from Whirlwind Stadium. But final score 62-0. West Muskingum over Riverview. We'll step aside and be right back. You're watching high school football right here on South 60 Films. Welcome back to Whirlwind Stadium. Ted Snyder alongside Dylan Kearns here. Ted, this was a ball game that, one-sided to an affair here. 62-0, West Muskingum. It's a good bounce-back win. That's nothing to be forgotten about here with what they were able to do offensively here in this game.
Absolutely. A big confidence builder heading into next week when they go on the road to visit the Raiders down in Morgan. So it was a big win. It moves them to 2-3 on the year. And now they move into the meat of MVL play.
They do. And, yeah, let's take a look back at some of these plays that have taken place in this ball game that, it's just see a little bit of effort there from the Riverview quarterback. But here's Braxton Brownrigg on the run. He had a passing touchdown and that rushing touchdown in the game. And we see Cooper McKenzie get involved, a name we haven't called much this year. Then on the Riverview side, this interception was picked off right in the middle of the field. A great game so far for Hayden Roberts, what he brought tonight.
Yeah, just one of many freshmen or sophomores to make contributions here tonight.
Yeah, we saw Davis run that one in, and, he had a big game as well. He had the rushing touchdown there. He had a scoop and score on the kickoff fumble that happened there. So just a lot of young players getting meaningful reps here in some game action.
Yeah, you couldn't have scripted it any better if you're a Tornado fan or Coach Nate Brownrigg. You have a lot to build upon going into next week.
And there was another game taking place tonight that had a lot of action going on and a lot of stakes with New Lexington and Tri-Valley. I think we got something to take a look at. New Lex striking big. I believe that's Spicer right in the middle of the field. And once again, rolling right. Take a look at this New Lex offense. Moving the ball down the field. And then it was Tri-Valley with an interception all over the field. Then a big run, setting up the potential score. Then they move the ball inside the red zone there. I mean, this game, so much stakes involved with New Lex and Tri-Valley. So, not much going on in those highlights, but 26-7 is the score, New Lex.
That result, if that holds true, that's going to raise a lot of eyebrows around the area as people are going to realize just how good New Lexington is.
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge win. Yeah. I mean, I think it's safe to say that fourth quarter, 26-7 at that stage of the game. That's big time.
Yeah.
New Lex. What they got.
To say Tri-Valley is kind of the bully of the league would be accurate. They've dominated this league for the last 10 to 15 years. So for a small school opponent to go up to Dresden and win that game is a statement.
It is. And a statement win here tonight for the West Muskingum Tornadoes. 62-0 the final score, with the Tornadoes taking down the Riverview Black Bears. For Ted Snyder, Dylan Kurd signing off this time. We'll be back next week with more high school football, but that'll do it from right here from Whirlwind Stadium. You've been watching South 60 Films.